can take my body, you can take my bones, you can take my blood, but not my soul. You can take my body, you can take my bones, you can take my blood, but not my soul.
Hi, it's Saturday, January 9th, 2021, and we're here at BNY Mellon with an exhibit that I have as part of the Contemporary Craft Gallery. This is their satellite exhibit, and this exhibit has been here for just about 1 year. It should have closed much earlier, but we had a pandemic in the middle of the exhibition, and so we just kept extending it because it was pandemic. So now it's going to close February 15th, and I wanted to just take a tour of it so that I would have some documentation. Maybe I might show it to you some other time. So let me take you through all the work. And this is Gabriel's mantle. This is the first window in the show. It was made in 2017, and I did a whole series of mantles, which is the idea of using a form, a dress form, something that someone would wear, and a mantle is a covering. That's what it means. I'm kind of keeping on the idea of a kimono or something like that, a little simpler. And these are all named after angels. I did a whole series of mantles. This is the very first in the series, and it's the idea of trying to show the physical form of an angel. And this angel is Gabrielle, and Gabrielle is the angel that helps us with the longing to connect, Yesod. And I had a whole system of patchwork here trying to make the feeling of longing to connect. And the materials are old t-shirts, the leftover parts of t-shirts. I do a lot of t-shirt commissions, and we cut out the logos, but people don't really want the sleeves or the bottoms, and I've been saving those, accruing those, and that's what I use to make all the body of work that you're going to see here that's made out of t-shirts. And then the inside are old quilts. They're called cutters. They're old quilts that can't be used anymore functionally because they're falling apart or shredding, but I use them to create the thickness and the lining in the mantle. This is Raziel's mantle, also made in 2017. It was a part of Quilt National for 2017, and again, playing off of the same thing as Gabriel's mantle, now getting a little bit more advanced. It's later in the series, getting a little bit more, I'm starting to use more rounded edges. And knits are very pliable, and so in one way it's really easy to make more rounded edges because you can kind of maneuver the fabric the way you want to, but on the other hand you can get really stretchy and out of shape. But because this is an art piece, we can really allow for the functioning of however it falls and how it fits together. And by the way, then I do a hand quilting. That is, I use this thread, and I just try to encompass the whole piece in this feeling of warmth and fiber and an expression of Raziel, which is the angel who imparts knowledge and tries to give us knowledge with understanding. This piece is called Holy, 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 and I'm getting to the end of the series of the mantles for the angels. This is from a quote in the Hebrew Bible where the seraphim, the angels, talk about how important something is and how divine it is, and so they use the term holy, 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 and as it said in the Hebrew text, the importance of it is that it's repeated 3 times. And this is a piece now where I really try to give it as much form as I could. You can see pretty clearly the old quilt pieces that had to be pieced together to give it its feeling. And the thread here is a hemp thread that I like to use sometimes for quilting. And even you could see some pieces of the old quilt have found their way to the front of the garment. And keeping in a lot of the pieces of the t-shirt, like the pockets and embroidery. Just a really strong piece. These are caftans that I make in conjunction with my daughter Sarah. We operate a business recycling denim. The business is called Silk Denim. And in this case, we use the back seams of the denim. Once it's deconstructed, the back seams are very difficult to use, but we took advantage of them and made them into loops, which are decorative elements on these caftans. One in shades of denim and one in colored denim. And the colored denim one is lined with remnants of sweatshirts. And I called it Saturday Night Angels because I felt like the angels should just be able to go out and have a good time sometimes. This is a garment for Uriel. Uriel is the angel that is trying to promote peace throughout the universe. And it is more of a working garment, very casual pants, and an old quilt used as both the cover denim for the inside, colored denim for the lining, all hand stitched, and just fun piece, kimono shape, great stitching. This is Dina's coat of many colors. Dina was the daughter of Jacob, and Leah, but Jacob had, the 10 tribes were all of his sons from all of his wives, and one of them was Joseph, and Joseph had a coat of many colors. So I gave it to Dina, and in the Bible, the story, Dina is raped. It's a pretty bad story. And so I was giving Dina the kind of the heritage that Joseph had, trying to give it to her. And also it's, for me, a statement about the Me Too movement and the rights of women and the respect of women. And I tried to give Dina a very fabulous recycled denim and quilt on the interior, hand quilted, the coat that she deserves. This is one of my freeform quilts. Again, I've done a whole series of these, and they don't have any patterns, so that's why I call them freeform. And I'm really working with the materials and the colors and how I can make them into something functional. At one point they were t-shirts and used to wear, but they've been they're just obsolete for that purpose. So I'm trying to repurpose them, and I'm really trying to work on curves and then how to make it into just a usable product that's really beautiful and exciting to look at. And for these, I use the Amish to do the hand quilting, and they charge by the yard of thread, and they do a great job. This is my No Hate flag. I've done a series of these flags also. They are made out of colored waistbands, and the colored is a rainbow flag representing equality for all people. And the stars are gold Jewish stars to represent the people that were killed in the massacre at Tree of Life. It's called Words of Wisdom, and they're little phrases that I've taken and made into fabric, little wall hangings. Like this one says, "No one is you, and that is your superpower." This one says, "The future of life depends on all mindful steps." And the name of the exhibit is Renew, and so I did one for the name of the exhibit. And I have continued to make these as I find phrases that I find meaningful, and I want to write them into put them into fabric.